is a way. Gospel, jazz, R&B touches you every day. Talk about where it moves you differently day to day. It's the R&B Bistro. Let music have its way.
Hello and welcome to the R&B Bistro, up close and personal. I'm your host, Venus, here to take you through this musical dance we call life. And to do that, you know I bring on prominent people in our community to help us make it through. I'm so excited today because today, for the first time, we have a young lady on the show. She is our first, debuting as our first young lady, and I'm so happy. Let me tell you a little bit about her. When she was born, she is an exceptional young lady, and you can tell that she's one of God's greatest miracles and that he knows the plans that he has for us because she was born at 1 pound 10 ounces. 1 pound 10 ounces. She had all kinds of struggles through her life, of course, being born 1 pound 10 ounces in the hospital for 5 months, all kinds of medical conditions that she had to overcome. She's now 15 years old. She's in high school. I believe she's in Mount St. Mary's Academy. She's a part of several clubs: Poetry Club, African American Club, Sign Language Club. I'm really interested in that. We're going to talk to her about that. Cinema Club, and many others. And on top of that, she's a honor roll student. Are you listening to me, students? She's an honor roll student doing all of that stuff. So you know she was meant to be here. She's exceptional. But the reason why she's here to talk to us today is because she wrote a book. I'm still waiting to try to get my book done. She wrote a book. She's 15 years old, and it's called Anything But Ordinary, which she is anything but ordinary, and it's called Anything But Ordinary, The Beginning. So let's get into talking to her. Let's welcome Kayla Hebbon to the R&B Bistro, up close and personal. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad you're here. So you know I knew you before you were born, right?
Yes, I do.
Oh my goodness, and I prayed for you, and it's just so amazing. And I'm getting so emotional because, you know, your mom is like a daughter to me, and so that makes you like a granddaughter to me. But I'm only 25, so I don't know how to happen. But, oh my God, it's just so wonderful. How on earth do you get involved in all of those things and still be on an honor roll?
Well, I'm not really I'm not an athletic person, so I wanted to try and join as many clubs as possible in my freshman year. So I joined Cinema Club, Poetry Club, African American Club, and Sign Language Club. And I'm very good at studying, and my mom helps me study when I was younger a lot. So when I'm in school, I try to work my best in my classes to get A's, and it's very hard.
So now, did mom badger you to get A's, or you get A's on your own because you want to?
I get A's on my own because I want to.
Yeah, because, you know, I wasn't badgered, but I had to be on the honor roll too. But I was like, if it's an A, it needs to be an A+. If it's a B, it needs to be an A. And I'm like, how high? A+ is A+, leave me alone. But, you know, I'm sure you're thankful for that, right?
I am.
Because it's going to mean so much to you as you continue to grow and go on to be whatever it is you want to be.
Yes.
Congratulations on that honor roll, though.
Thank you.
So now I want to double back to this American Sign Language thing. I've always been interested in that. So do you have to know how to sign to be in the club, or do they teach you?
No, they teach you. I learned how to do the alphabet. I'm still a little rusty.
Okay.
I know how to sign my name and like say, hi, my name is.
Good, because I want you to do that. So can you sign that for me? Hi, my name is Kayla.
Hi, my name is Kayla.
So you have to spell everything.
Yes.
Awesome. That is so good. I watched the women in church. We used to have women in church, if you remember. They used to be on either end, and while the service was going on, they would sign the things that happened in the service. Did you ever remember seeing that? You probably would have been maybe 12 or 13.
When I was younger, I didn't really pay that much attention.
So they don't have them anymore. That's why I brought it
that's
up.
probably
Maybe
why.
you can do it.
Oh.
In front of it. Tell Pastor I said so.
Okay.
You go up there and you sign the service. I mean, it may be too long to sit, but it's
Yeah.
something you could do. You could work at the United Nations
Oh.
signing or something. All kinds of things. But I'm really proud of you for that.
Thank
So
you.
which one of those clubs is your favorite? Can't pick it, right?
I can't. All
Yeah.
of them are so much fun. Like,
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends in my club. I met a lot of friends that I have now because of clubs.
Yeah.
One of my friends, we didn't have any classes together, but we were in every single club together,
Wow.
and now we're like best friends.
Yeah, so that means you have similar interests. Yeah.
Yes.
That's wonderful. So are they all as smart as you?
Yes. So I'm a little bit smarter.
No. So now what's your favorite subjects?
Okay, my favorite subject is definitely English because I love writing and I love grammar. It's
Really?
fun. I like learning about like rhetorical devices. It's fun. And I'm in English 2 honors now.
Okay.
That's a lot of fun. We do.
I know a great lady you can talk to who's wonderful with English, corrects me all the time. And she comes from the old school where you had to actually diagram and put the sentences together and remember that this before that, and I'm not good at that. I just know how to say it, and if it sounds wrong, I'll correct it, but I'm going to introduce you to her if you don't know her already.
Okay.
So that because you guys would have such great conversations, and she would really be thrilled that you really feel that way about English. Because I'm like, look, just tell me, does it go here or there, and I'll say that. Anyway, so I heard you on the math club when you were in junior high.
Yes.
Yeah. So are you good with math too?
It depends on the math class. I love geometry, which is what I'm taking now. I like shapes and angles and things like that. But algebra was not my favorite.
No?
Like, I learned that you can either be good at algebra and not that good at geometry, or you're great at geometry and you're not that good at algebra.
Right.
It's either or.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a geometry person.
I don't remember any of it, but I do remember liking algebra. I think I liked algebra. Now, when I taught school for a little while, I did substitute teaching, and you know how they have the I don't understand, in the 3rd grade, they have these lines, like graphs that they draw to add 300 to 200, and I'm like, why? As I remember helping my son when he was in school, and he would get the answers right, but the method, he would always get wrong, so I stopped helping him in 3rd grade. So I can't imagine how you guys would do it, because 2 plus 2 is 4. You know,
I don't know why, but they changed math for some reason.
Why?
I don't know.
And they call it new math. Why?
Yeah, I don't.
Did you still add 2 plus 2 and get 4? I don't get it. But that's all right. Math is for some people. Geometry is for other people. Writing is for other people. And I know writing's for you. Now, you're a busy young lady.
I am.
And I can't imagine all these things that you're in. I would be tired, first of all. You know, but
tired.
you don't see. You are tired, but you still do them, and I'm sure you do them well.
I do.
So now I know that you learned to or started learning piano.
Yes.
5 years old. Are you still playing piano?
Well, last year I decided to take a break because high school was so new to me and I was so busy with all the organizations I'm in. So I took a break from piano. And this year I joined band, symphonic ensemble, and I play piano for them.
Oh, okay. So then what kind of music do you like to play?
I like to play more modern day songs. I'm not a classical music person. Like, I played Baby by Justin Bieber on the piano once, and All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Thank you, because I don't know what Baby sounds like.
It's that, like, that one song when he was younger, and it was popular, but it's...
So now, which All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey or older version?
It was Mariah Carey.
Okay. You know, I think you still have a neighbor, Will Downing, one of my favorites.
Yes.
Hey, Will. Now, you know he has a song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. You
I
need to learn
did
that
not.
one. Yes, he does. It's on his Christmas CD. Go ask him about it. And while you at it, tell him he owes Venus a visit on the show. He does the jingle, as a matter of fact. He does the jingle for the show. So when you see the show, listen to the jingle as Will.
Okay.
He did a wonderful job. Thank you, Will. So you like modern, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Are you familiar with any gospel or R&B or jazz? I may need a jazz musician to play for me so I can sing.
Not really.
But you're good, so if you're good, you can play anything.
Yeah, pretty much. I realize I'm good at playing by ear. Like,
Are you? Okay.
I can hear a song, and then if I try hard enough, I can play the song.
The whole song?
Well, most of it. Yeah.
Can you read music?
I can.
See? So you can play my jazz song. I'm going to get a jazz song for you to play. Take you with me. Rock on. All right. So what would you say is your favorite music genre?
Probably hip hop.
Really?
Yes.
Do you rap?
No. I'm good at poetry.
Who's your favorite? Well, you know, rapping is poetry.
Oh, yeah.
It really is. They used to call it spitting rhymes back in the day. You know, so that's where it emanated from. You know, it was really poetry. You know, well, that's good. So, do you feel that you're a role model? I know that your mom is a role model to you. Do you feel that you are a role model?
I do.
Tell us about that.
Well, because I'm so young and I've done so many amazing things, and I was able to write a book at 12, you know, that's inspiring for a lot of younger children and children that are my age.
Right.
You know, to tell them, like, to not give up and, you know, believe in their dreams. And, like, if you're, like, if you don't know what you want to do with life, that's okay. You can still take your time, and, you know, as long as you just believe you can do it, you can do it.
Absolutely. You know, some people graduate from college and don't know what they want to do. Some people get out of high school and they take a gap year because they don't know, you know, what they want to do. And it's okay to find out, but I think it's exceptional for people who are born with passions, because God knew the plans that he had for us, and they come out knowing what they want to do, like you, or like your mom, or like me. We come out knowing that we want to do things. And sometimes people are not supportive of us, and you really have to know how to shun those voices out, and you do a good job of that.
Thank
so
you.
I'm proud of you for that. So besides your mom, is there anybody else who's a role model for you?
My dad. Because he also works very hard too, and he's really good at giving me advice, and you know, he's also my dad. You know,
Yeah,
like
you did that.
your parents are always going to be your role models.
And I know you're daddy's girl. Yeah, so that's good. Shout out to Sean Hebbon, wonderful father.
Woo.
You have two wonderful parents. So now your book. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Let me see that. Let's
Here
show
we
to the
go.
camera. This is so awesome. Anything but ordinary. The beginning. And the beginning suggests something, so we're going to get into
Yes.
that as well. But let's put it here right in front of this sign. So tell me about, why did you want to write a book?
Well, I've always loved, like, creative stories. Like, I've kind of watched a lot of TV, but
When do you have time to do that?
yeah,
Okay.
I like interesting stories and like things with like superpowers, and like I like characters that are inspiring to other people, and like they have like creative background stories and stuff. I just love stuff like that. And I just wanted to, you know, create something. So I was like, all right, I'm going to write a book. So,
I hear that. And that was what, 3 years ago?
I was 12.
12 years old.
Yes.
I'll just write a book. And why did you do that? I'll just write a book. So before we get into the book, what were the steps that you took to start writing the book?
Okay, the steps that I took, I started thinking about what I wanted to write, and I wrote down like the layout of like the characters. I wrote down like the age and stuff.
Wow.
Like the whole background story, I kind of just wrote that down. And then I just started writing. Like you just start writing the story, and then you...
Did you learn that construction in school? Because I'm just amazed at how you would just... God-given. Go ahead.
I kind of just like started writing, and then it just happened. It's kind of hard to describe, but I read a lot of books, so then sometimes I would like take inspiration from the books to write my book.
Got it.
You can't just like not read and then write a book. That's like, no, you can't do that.
Okay, so tell us about Anything But Ordinary. Give us a summary about it.
So it's about these 3 kids who get assigned to work on a science project, and they're 8th graders. And then they find these blue rocks, and they're glowing, and they get shocked by them, and then they get superpowers. That's what's on the cover. And then one of the girls is getting bullied.
Wait, remember your place.
Okay.
Did you create the cover?
No.
Or somebody got the idea of the cover?
My
for you?
mom's friend, Timothy Bland, from high school, designed the cover for me.
Awesome. Okay, go ahead. You remember your place. Go ahead.
Yes, and they gain superpowers, and one of the girls, she's getting bullied, and her bully finds out about their powers, so then her and her friends are trying to stop her from telling everyone about it. Yes.
I like that. There were 3 different powers, right?
Yeah, it was each kid has 2 powers.
Okay. So what are the powers? Because I remember vaguely, and there was one that I wanted. So tell me what. Go ahead. Tell me what the powers are.
So Julie has telekinesis, which is like moving things with your mind, and teleportation. Alex has electricity powers and intangibility, the ability to go through things. And Leah, my favorite character, she has ice powers and invisibility.
That's the one I want.
Invisibility.
Yes, see, we have something in common. I want to be in the room, you don't know I'm in there, so I can know everything that's going on. And I think I'd like to read the minds, too.
Yeah.
When people don't know, I can read them, so I can say, you said what? Well, that's awesome. I like that. So, where have you gone? I think you've gone in schools and other places to talk about the book?
Yes. I went to a children's museum that taught kids about reading and education. And that was my first speaking engagement. I was so nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, I've never done this before.
Yeah.
But it went surprisingly well. And then I spoke at a school. And then I had my signing party. What else did I speak at? I had an article written about me.
Awesome.
One of the hospitals I went to, CHOP, Children's Hospital.
Yeah, I think I read that. Great article, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, and that was awesome.
So you need to do some more of that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you definitely do. Well, you're here now,
yeah,
so
we'll
be showing the interview, and you can get more people to tell you to come around and show the book. So do you go to different, can you go to different schools? We could get you in different schools to talk about your book. So how do you feel that the book helps students of your age?
Well,
or anybody.
It helps kids learn to stand up for themselves, because in the book, one of the characters learns how to stand up for herself because she's always been shy, and then she finds two friends, real friends, and then, she learns how to, not be shy anymore and just be herself. And, yeah.
So how do you feel about people bullying people?
It's terrible. I hate that a person can just, be mean to a person and just not feel anything.
Right.
I just hate that. That's not... Everyone should be nice to each other.
You're right. Have you ever been bullied?
Well, not the way Julie's getting bullied. More like friends in disguise, kind of like that.
I like how you put that. Friends in disguise would mean they're not really your friends.
Exactly.
I like that. So how did you handle it? How do you handle yourself? Or how do you help someone that's being bullied?
Okay, well, you help someone that's being bullied by being there for them. So if they're getting picked on, you just tell them to ignore the haters and then, stick by their side and be their friend.
I just love it. I just love it. You are absolutely wonderful.
Thank
Tell me
you.
about how you chose the title. And did you have other titles before this one?
I did have other titles. My first title was going to be Shocked, because they were shocked by the rocks. I was completely set on that title, it's amazing, and my mother is like, no, that doesn't sound good. So then we start thinking of other titles to make it sound better, and then we're like, Anything But Ordinary, and then I'm like, that's amazing, and then here it is.
When I heard about the title, I thought that the book was going to be about you.
Oh.
Because you're anything but ordinary. You're absolutely exceptionally wonderful. And like I said, God's miracle, one of God's greatest miracles. So I'm like, yeah, that's what the book is about. And then when I got the synopsis, this don't have nothing to do with that. I said, but it's so awesome. And I just love the idea and the concept. So these were different things that you thought about, and you said, oh yeah, let me write this story?
Yes.
Superpowers. Man, I wanted to be Catwoman. Probably was a suit that they wore. I don't know. So how do you feel about, have people come to you and tell you what they feel about the book?
Yes, a lot of people have said that they love the characters, they love the whole superpower thing. Who doesn't love superpowers, right?
Right.
And, they just love how I was able to create this whole world and, the characters, and it's just,
So why do you call it The Beginning? Is this a series?
Oh, it is. This is the first book in the series, and I'm currently working on the second one. I'm not going to say anything about it because, spoilers.
You'll have to come back.
Yes, but it's going to be awesome. It's going to be, a lot better than this one, better than the first one. Yeah.
Will it have the same characters moving on, or different people?
Yes, it will. It's going to have the same characters and then additional characters. So the story's going to grow.
Oh, they're going to have superpowers. Exclusive.
Can't say that.
Don't tell me nothing. Oh no, I gotta see what I can say to get the little bit more. So, what about the title? Is it gonna be can you tell me the title? Can you tell me the title?
I can't, because we may or may not change it. Because we did change this title.
Yeah,
so.
but songs are like that too. People will write songs and they think they're gonna call it this, and then it's totally different from whatever it's called, you know. And then sometimes they will decide this is going to be the first song that's going to drop from the album, and it's not. You know, you never know until you finish it, actually. So I admire that. You're not going to say anything. But do you have a list of titles written down?
I'm kind of set on one, but then...
You were set on one with this one at the end, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So how do you pick the characters' names? Do you ever use people that you know?
Well, here's the funny thing. In the book, one girl, she has two friends, and they're based on my friends from when I was in school. I changed their names. So my friend Neha was Sneha in the book.
Does she know that? But she didn't. She knows it now. Okay.
Yeah, she does. And my friend Ryan was Tony.
Okay. Yeah, because that's interesting. When you're writing about stuff and you're using real people, you got to be careful changing names so we don't get sued. Ask Mom about that part. You know. So yeah, well that's good. Well, I'm excited about that. Now your mom knew that she wanted to be a lawyer in 4th grade.
Yes.
So when did you really know that you wanted to write?
I wouldn't say when. Well, maybe when I was 10, because when I was 10, I wrote a book, but it wasn't the best book. It wasn't as good as the one I have now. And I was just like, why did I make this?
Really? So it wasn't anybody that told you that?
No,
you told yourself that?
So I just felt like I was copying like all the TV shows I've been watching and the books I've been reading. It felt like I was plaplagiarizing the whole thing. So yeah, I threw that out. I took a break, and then when I was 12, I started this book, and then it grew into like this big idea. I have so many ideas swirling around in my head for this series. It's insane.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So how was the publishing? How easy was it to get publishing? Do you have your own publishing company? Does Mom have the publishing companies?
My publishing company is called KK Publishing LLC. We do not have a website yet, but we are working on it.
Okay, so in construction.
In construction.
Yeah, so who helped with that? How do you do that?
Definitely my mom and my dad. My dad helped me with the computer stuff. It took a lot of like research on the internet. We did some stuff online, and like we went on different websites, and we like eventually made a website. Well, no, not a website, company.
So where can we get the book?
You can buy it on Amazon, or you can buy it directly from me.
Oh, okay. That's good. All right. So now, besides this story and the series of this, what do you think another book would be that would have nothing to do with this series?
Well, one about me, because I have to write an autobiography. I want to write one about a child going through divorced parents, because my parents are divorced, and I have to write a book about that while I'm still young. But like I'm so busy.
Why are you rushing? Why are you so young? Now, why would you want to write a book about that? Do you think it would be helpful to other people?
It would, because there aren't many books that deal with that. Like, usually there would be a story, and the child's parents just so happen to be divorced. But there's no book that's just about a kid and their parents are splitting up. It's always like a subplot or something. So, you know, there needs to be like one main story that focuses on that.
Right. And some people that are product of divorce, they don't fare well, you know.
Exactly.
So, but it seems like you fared very well.
Yes.
So you'll be able to share information about how to go through that, right?
Yes. My parents are surprised that I took it so well. Like, they thought I'd be like crying and sobbing, like, you need to get back together. But no, I was like, no, it's fine. You guys need to go get boyfriends and girlfriends. Go.
Did you say that for real, Kayla?
Yeah, just, you know, you gotta go out there. And they're both happy now.
Yeah, you are such a mature young lady. Oh my goodness. Go get other boyfriends and girlfriends. That is so cool. My son is saying that now. Find you a husband, Mom, leave me alone. My goodness, Kayla. God's greatest miracle. One of. And he definitely, I keep this at the show, because this is a model, my model for life and a model for the show, so it's always here. It's always here. And, you know, when I look at you and knowing from whence you came, I know that God definitely has a plan for all of us, you know, and he definitely has a plan for you, and it's already manifested, you know. So what do you see yourself doing when you get out of college?
Okay.
What do you want to study?
When I get out of college, I want to create television shows
Yes.
based off of my book series.
Yes.
So I I actually really want to do television shows now, but I can't because I'm a child. So
Who said so? We need to find somebody.
I mean, you know, you need to go to college to learn about these things. Like, I don't know how to write a script.
And you're planning to go, right?
I am.
Yeah.
I am definitely planning to go to college.
Any college in mind yet?
I want to go to NYU. That's like my top school. And before that, I wanted to go to Rutgers, where both my parents went. They're both successful, so, you know.
Yeah. So you're not trying to go out to California, because I interviewed your mom a little earlier, and she said if you move to California, she's going too.
A lot of people that go into the television business tend to move to California.
Yeah.
So yeah, she may or may not be coming with me. I love her.
But she can't go to California. Mom, don't even come around the dorm. Drop me off and see you later.
I mean, when I get out of college, she can be that living grandma, you know, like Medea.
Grandma? She's a grandma already?
Well, when I have kids.
Oh, okay. You're not going to want her to live in. We tend to don't want our moms to live in. But, you know, your mom is a wonderful woman, so she might. So tell me, Kayla, give me 3 things for our young viewers to, if they want to be an author like you, what are 3 things that they can do so that they can start that process?
Okay, 3 things that you can do is, 1, just, you know, start writing. Just, even if you have no idea what you're doing, just start writing. Just write whatever. Step 2, just believe that you can do it. Like, of course, you're young, you're gonna doubt yourself, but, you know, just you have to believe and have confidence. That's an important thing to have. And 3, just always know that you have people supporting you. Like, you know, your parents, your friends, your siblings, your family, everyone. Just, you know, you have to remember that there's people that are backing you up all the way.
Thank you, Kayla.
You're welcome.
Been a pleasure speaking to you. You are a phenomenal young lady. Tell our audience where they can reach you, how they can keep in touch with you.
Okay, my email is khebbon@yahoo.com.
All right, then. Okay. This has been the R&B Bistro Up Close and Personal, and we've had a great show with Kayla Hebbon. I'm so grateful that she's here. I'm thankful that you're here. Make sure you come on back. Remember, it's never too late to live your dreams. And when you do, I'll be there encouraging you. Be sure to tell somebody about the R&B Bistro Up Close and Personal. We'll see you in 2019. Thank you. Take care.
Music is the answer. Sweet music is the way. Gospel, jazz, R&B touches you every day. Talk about how it moves you differently day to day. It's the R&B